What's going on, y'all? It's Steve here. So I want to talk to y'all about Don Lemon and these liberal nut job protesters going inside of a church and protesting inside of this local church out in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So here's what I had to say about this. So the reason why Don Lemon and these nut job protesters made the choice to invade this local church out in Minneapolis, Minnesota is simply because one of the church members at that local church happens to be an ICE agent, and that ICE agent attends that local church out in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So with that being said, man, these liberal protesters, well, these so-called protesters, okay, and Don Lemon, they all need to be locked up. I'm sorry, they all need to be locked up. It is what it is. And the reason why I say this is because these people, they made the choice to invade a local church and protest inside of that church, knowing good and darn well that the church is sacred ground for people to come and praise and worship God. But for some odd reason, Don Lemon and the rest of these liberal nut job protesters, they made the choice to break into this church, invade this church, and shout Renee Good's name and shout hands up, don't shoot. And it's like, are you people kidding me? Like, are y'all crazy? And I've said this before and I will say it again. These liberals, these people are by far the most uncivilized group of people in America. See, it's situations like this that goes to show you how uncivilized these people are. Like, why would you go and invade a church and protest inside of a church, knowing good and damn well that the church is sacred ground for people to praise and worship God? Like, why? Why would you do that? Like, that is so disrespectful. I'm telling you, man, these people, they expect people to give them respect, but they don't even want to reciprocate respect in return. Like y'all, like, are y'all serious, man? Like the nerve, the unmitigated gall of these people. And let me tell you something too, man. People like Don Lemon, they do more harm than help to America, because it's people like Don Lemon that, you know, they love to push and promote lies and push and promote narratives, false narratives about Donald Trump and about the Trump administration. And because of this, man, you have a lot of people here in America that are so mentally screwed up, politically speaking. Now, being outside on a sidewalk protesting, okay, that's one thing, but protesting inside of a church, invading a church and protesting inside of that church while people are in there praising and worshiping God, knowing that the church is sacred ground on top of that, that's absolutely crazy. And these people, they need to be locked up, man. They do. Because what they did was very disrespectful, man. You have people in church practicing their religious beliefs, praising and worshiping God, and you got these knucklehead idiots, and also too Don Lemon, you know, invading this local church and protesting inside of this local church. And I feel so bad for the children, because there were children inside that church that were very afraid of what was going on inside that church. And as a matter of fact, there was a pastor that wanted President Trump to come and arrest these nut job protesters, these nut job liberal protesters. And you know what? I don't blame that pastor for saying that. I don't blame him, because enough is enough with this shit. Like, we had enough of this shit. And it's situations like this that are the reason. How you doing? It's situations like this that are the reason why you see a lot of people politically leaving the left and going to the right because of situations like this. And I don't know if Don Lemon realized this or not, but, you know, we live in a time where information is easily accessible. And, you know, with him, you know, pushing and promoting these legacy media talking points, like, people are not trying to hear that anymore. People are not trying to hear what Don Lemon and people like Jasmine Crockett have to say anymore, because now we live in a time where information is easily accessible now. So with that being said, man, Don Lemon and the rest of these protesters, they need to be locked up, man. They do. Because what they did out in Minneapolis, Minnesota, when it comes down to them invading this local church and protesting inside of this church, it was very disrespectful. Like, very disrespectful. And these people, man, they ought to be ashamed of themselves, man. These people, they want respect from everybody else, but when it comes down to everybody else wanting respect from them, they don't want to give it to them. They don't want to reciprocate that same energy to other people. And that shit needs to stop, man. But anyway, man, that's it. That's all I got to say. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, and I'm out. I love y'all. Peace.